Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of Logs of a Dev. So, if you're this video specifically regarding the topic of introduction to GitHub as well as creating your first repository and pushing your code from your local laptop to the GitHub open source platform. So, if you're starting coding and you keep hearing the word GitHub everywhere, but you don't really know what it is. So, let me explain. GitHub is basically a Google Drive, but for your projects which you make in your pushed into an online platform known as GitHub, which basically takes those folders and calls them repositories. So basically in Google Drive, you got folders. That folder can be termed as a repository in the GitHub platform. GitHub has two things, Git as well as Git lens. So basically Git is the version control systems that GitHub follows. So suppose you added a photo to your Google Drive. So it will record that, okay, at this time, this photo was added in your Google Drive. Similarly, that Git will use that version control system and which it will note the time and the last change. Suppose you want to change the photo to change that photo. So what Git will do, it will see that, okay, there's a new version or updated version of that photo coming in the repository. Or if you talk in coding terms, then it will know that there's a new code being pushed by the developer into the GitHub repository. So it will update that using Git, the version control system. So a newer version of the same code or the same project will be available. The vision that people have is that there is a difference between Git and GitHub. Oh yeah, there is. Git is a version control system, while GitHub is a destination to store all your projects. So basically, next thing we will know is what is a commit and what is a branch. So to commit means pushing your changes or pushing your code to the main repository. So if you implement some code, if you implement some project, you commit those projects, you commit those changes to the main repository. So main repository, in that repository you can make many branches, like you can name those branches. Like the first branch is automatically named as main branch, which is the main branch which if you deploy the app, that will be read as the main branch. You can make many branches such as feature branch, production branch, testing branch, and the people you can invite in those known as collaborators. These guys can act on different branches, work upon their code, and then merge this code in different branches to form the main branch. Some features while developers use GitHub is for saving their code, collaborating with their team, tracking their changes, showcasing their projects, as well as contributing and making their own resume online or their online showcase better in the project market or in the faces of companies. GitHub is the one of the most thing that is checked, commit history checked, how regular you are with your projects and the number of projects you have made. So let's begin with the demo and let's begin with the tutorial on how GitHub is used and how you can make your first project and ship it to GitHub. Let's go. So the first thing you want to do is open GitHub in your required browser of use. So the GitHub page will look like this after logging in. So I've created a new account to show you guys how to perfectly go through the process. So the first thing you're going to see is this is the main dashboard. Here you're going to see like documentation, Git about GitHub. This is like the boilerplate stuff which will be available the first time you open GitHub. But as soon as you start exploring, you follow people, you start repositories, or you like deep dive into GitHub, things are going to start appearing over here, which is going to be like what your followers are making, what you have made, like if you have merged commit, and if there are multiple branches, you're also going to get different repositories, like which according to the type you star or according to the type you search, they're going to pop up like a recommendation feature. Even like Instagram or YouTube, there is, that's going to come up there after a while. So the main thing we're going to do is we're going to find, this is going to be our nav bar. Here you can see this is your profile. I have made my profile name. This is your profile, the repositories you have, the things you start. Guess this is for organization if you want to collaborate with other people. So you're going to click on profile. Yeah. So when you click that, this is the main page that others will be able to see when you send the link of your GitHub to them. So here your repository, your README will be available. This is the contribution graph, like what all you have contributed to GitHub, what all you are posting. So this is the commit history. So as you can see, this is a fresh account. There is no commit history. So this is known as your commit history. You can see like as the number of commits you made daily will appear over here. Like see, I've made no contributions. So that is the repository page. I'm also going to show you how to make your first readme in this video, like what all people can see. Like it's a basically a bio page. You can customize it, you can add your streak, you can add like the projects you are making, you can add the star projects you are making in this area. And I'm going to show you a trick on how to make a good readme so that companies or other people instantly follow you up or instantly are impressed by seeing their readme and know like, okay, this is a developer who is regularly doing commits. This is a developer who is regularly and actively updating your repositories, etc. New repository. And to make a good readme, you just have to name what your profile is as a readme. Yeah, as you can see, it is automatically going to detect that Akshit Vadava is a special repository and a readme to a GitHub profile. What is a readme.md? It is a markdown. .md stands for markdown, where you can the repository name, the first repository with the name of your account, which you can copy it from here. This is like if you copy it from here, I can show you again. Yeah, so this is the readme.md. You're gonna name it as anything. You can name it like my account readme. Yeah, you can name it that. Choose visibility. Always keep this to public so that people can see your readme. And don't add, you know, to click on this, no editing, no nothing, and just click on create a repository. And there you go. You have created your first repository, which is a readme file. You can go on, actually, you can go to profile, click on repositories, and yeah, you can see there's an account readme. Click on this, and yeah. So after we have done that, we are going to create your first readme. You're going to create the readme of your profile. So we're going to click on, we're going to go over here, click on readme. Yeah, and then it's automatically gonna show you, yeah, so that this is your readme, which will appear as a special icon, special token in your profile. So yeah, it's already has some boilerplate code which is like, hi, there is a special repository because it is a readme file appears on the GitHub profile. And like, what are you working on? This is like very basic stuff. Like this is a boilerplate code which we can change later. We're just gonna click on commit changes and like, yeah, create a readme, and this is gonna be your first commit in your GitHub. So yeah, as you can see, this will look like this. Hi there, links. And right now the code over here is not visible because as you can see, it is commented out by this HTML comment. If you remove this, you need to click on edit. If you remove this, yeah, so if you remove this out, yeah, so this comments is gone, and you can click on commit changes. And yeah, this code will also be visible. You click on update readme. This is your the commit message, which is known as which is like update readme the commit message. So you can see the first readme is available. This is your readme, and if you go on your profile, click on your profile, you'll be automatically able to see that this is available in your main page, on your main dashboard. Only you can see your readme. You can change this to make something beautiful, something better. One more thing, yeah, one more thing I'm going to show you is like if you star a repository, suppose we're going to search like machine learning tutorial repository. Yeah, you're going to search that. Suppose you want to learn machine learning, you're going to click on that. Yeah, let's just take this for example. Yeah, we're going to, it's automatically going to read it. You can click on star. And then if you go on your stars, you're gonna this is basically saving. It's a bookmark type of thing, which is saving your repository. Yeah, as you can see, it's here now. So you can later go back and see like, okay, I've started this repository. I want to learn from it. I want to commit to it. If you have started some open source repository, you can like, yeah, this is a machine learning tutorial. As you can see, there's a lot of tutorials in this. You ask, and then you're able to see the star from over here. Next thing, if suppose you want to edit this repository, you can do it from here only. But you can do another thing. You want to click on over here. If you want to fork this repository in your native IDE in your local machine, you can click over here. You can click on here in code. You can copy this to clipboard. Go to their usable ID, which is, let's go see VS Code. You're gonna click this git clone. You're gonna click on git clone. You're gonna copy this link. Yeah, clone from URL. You're gonna enter this, and then it's gonna automatically ask for a location where you're gonna save that. Yeah, it's here. You're gonna save, like suppose I want to save this on desktop. Select as repository destination, cloning GitHub opposite, open in a new window or whatever you please. And And then it's gonna, yeah, you got the repository. You trust these authors of the file. The repository you made there is available here. You can do this for any repository, like not only this. Suppose we want to learn the this. Let's clone this repository, for example. You're gonna click on this. You're gonna click on this URL. Yeah, you're gonna go here. You're gonna do git clone, git clone. You're gonna paste the link. You're gonna clone from, wait, it was not updated. Yeah, copy this, copy it. You're gonna click on there. You're gonna click on git clone, provide the URL. You're gonna click on, and you're gonna click enter. And yeah, you're gonna select the destination. Let's just select desktop for now. You're gonna select as repository destination. And as soon as you clone it, it's gonna be available over here. Just a minute, open in a new window. Yeah, as you can see, it's available now. Contributing.md, readme. You can go on readme.md. You can see these are all already available here. These are like general links which he has posted down over here. So that's how you clone a repository, and that is the basics of a GitHub. Like, how does GitHub function, and like what is the boilerplate code in GitHub, and like what all you can do special in GitHub. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create the perfect README. So for that, keep watching and keep learning. This is Logs of a Dev signing off.